There we go. Hello. That was a funny way to start the video. Well, hello. Happy Monday. It's time for Monday Live. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's get this so we can see you, because that would be useful. And we are going to do some purple scrapbooking today, as promised. Pulling out the purple, and I printed up these very purpley photos so that we can just go to town with purple. Right, come on, you can do it. There we go. Oh, sorry, just being the tiniest bit slow. Almost there. There we go. All right, I can see you now. Yay. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Ready. So purple that I have left. I have this one, which I started to use and then didn't. So I have some adhesive on that already, but it's okay. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos. Oh yes. Now, what do we have here? We've got a 6x12 of that purple wood grain, and we've got this torn piece here. I'm not sure how big that is together, so let's have a look. Grab a piece. Plain. Yum. Go. Color that I have a million sheets of. How much of this gets covered? Okay, so it's not quite 12 by 12. So I need to add another bit to the bottom. Now, which paper is that? That's that one. That's okay then. Oh, because I've got more. Hey, hold on. I have way more. Oh, but those two purples are not as nice a match. These two, yes, this is a bit too periwinkle. It's just a little bit too blue. So that one there. But this can work here because this has the darker purple. So I'm going to do that. All right. So hello, my name is Shamel. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered to be advertising, and I have to legally make sure that you are aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. I'm very glad that you're here, and if you ever have any questions about how things work, please just ask. I am more than happy to talk about it. I think that covers everything. Yay, Corinne got the chat to work, and that is a mighty fine thing. So what if I just do 2 torn edges like that? Now this torn edge is the other way. Normally, I'm kind of a fan of having the white side to the front, but I'm not disliking that. I don't know. Maybe I have to. Maybe I do. Okay, I do. I've committed. See if I can follow that same line. Get something similar. Oh, you can tell I'm going against the grain here. How can you tell? Wow. Look at all those little peaks I got. Sharp bits. Yeah, but here's how I take them off. Grab it from, so I was pulling this way, grab it from the other direction. So I'm going to pull toward the back from the other side and take those peaks off. Oh, Kay says that she had to leave and rejoin the Facebook group and hasn't been accepted. Okay, I will sort that. Please don't take it as a personal thing. I just don't do it very often. There you go. Honest truth. Sorry, Amy. I'm killing Amy with the paper towel. You're gonna be fine. I have faith. Casey and Renee and Debbie. Debbie, are you doing Crop and Create? Do one this weekend? Right. Okay, I'll get you sorted. So now I've got a 12 by 12. I didn't even really think about what I was doing there. I just kept adding stuff until we had the whole page filled. So there we go. Now I'm going to run with that. So I printed one of these at the bigger size. And then 4 at the tiny size. If you want to see the photos up close, I post them on Instagram. In fact, they're now my most popular Instagram post of all time. And maybe I should just post pictures of him in this suit all the time, because if I look at the little highlight list where you can see your photos over like history, what people liked the most, this suit is like number 1 and number 4 out of the top images. This is my most popular thing to photograph. This suit. The boy in the suit. Right. So this cake, oh my goodness. He had a very specific request for his birthday cake. And it came from he uses the kids programming app Scratch. And one of the background images you can choose there is a planet, like an outer space planet. And it's purple, and it's like monochromatic purple. Oh, I forgot! Sarah was like, you have to scrapbook the elephant with the balloons, and I didn't do it. You're right. I will. Okay. I haven't pulled it out for this, but okay. Not today, elephant and balloons, but I will do it. I will do it, Sarah. Okay. Sorry. Carry on. Yes. So he got in his mind the idea of a purple planet. I also like Star Wars. So he was kind of like, well, that could be relevant. So his request was a cake that would be, are you ready for this? A half sphere. These are his words. A half sphere in 2 shades of purple that is a planet's surface. And then a smaller half sphere on top of that, which has a space city inside in silver icing. And then, in the space that's not inside that dome that holds the space city, a spaceship and 3 astronauts for his family. And then also cupcakes in a different flavor to share with friends. Each with 2-tone purple icing and a rocket. A spaceship of some kind. So I asked, at how much how Star Warsy does it need to be? Like, do I need stormtroopers? And he said, no. It doesn't need to be specifically Star Wars, but if it has a little bit of subtle Star Wars, I'm okay with that. Okay, well, number 1, I couldn't do the giant sphere. I had to do a layer cake because I couldn't come up with a way to make the giant sphere work in our tiny little toaster oven. But I did manage the small Space City sphere by doing it out of chocolate in a mold that's actually a Christmas ornament mold. But it didn't have any snow or anything on it. It was just stripey. So that became the Space City. And I made that like a giant cake pop. So it was mushed up cake and frosting inside. And then the spaceship is the Millennium Falcon. And the cupcakes all had X-Wings. Because I had Star Wars molds. So there we go. Right? Now this is birthday cake karma. Because my gran makes cakes. She used to do wedding cakes and all sorts. So I grew up going, I would like this cake, and then getting that cake. This is the karma. I don't think I ever asked for two-tone purple space scene and half spheres. I did often ask for Wonder Woman. And as a teenager, I had the Hard Rock Cafe. So this is cake karma. There we go. Right, I'm trying to decide what to do with the small ones. So I could tuck them in like that. There's a lot of overlapping there, though. What happens if I move this side? Oh, or what if this goes up more toward the top? Okay. And then these three are kind of similar shots, and these two are different. Dahlia says cake karma could be the title. You're not wrong, you're not wrong. Okay, I think they're gonna need to go over the top though. Or do I just do 3? Put them all in a row. Let's see. Oh, well, hey. Boat snack. Yeah. I think I might be onto something here. Yes? Those fit quite well for just kind of guessing. Putting paper down without a plan. All right, and then I could take this one and end up using it with a journaling block or something. Okay, I'm gonna commit. Right. Orangina's acing the wrap up. So if you come in late and you need a summary, Orangina's gonna get it. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Stacy says, are you doing any special appearance, lives, etc. for National Scrapbook Day this weekend? So I have a challenge, but it's not a live or a video or anything, but it's my contribution over at Page's Happy Scrappy Place group. So I'll be doing that. And I decided I don't want them all even. I'm going to move on down. Okay. This is already here, so I'm not worried about covering it up a little bit. And there will be some stuff for me, but it won't be super intense. Page's group is going to have like new challenges every 15 minutes. I will be kind of here and there and putting things on the group and on my page. I'll probably just put them both, and I'll put it on Instagram too. I'll just put it over all the places. And then what I'd love to do on National Scrapbook Day is to go out and find things that are some of my favorites from elsewhere, and then double up. So to say, like, so for example, one of the things I will do is that you'll be able to enter if you do my challenge in Pages group, there'll also be a place for you to share it on my group. Yeah. And things like that. And so when I'm looking around at what everybody else has posted for National Scrapbook Day, I'll find the things that really speak to me, and I will kind of put them together in one place and say, here's where here's what really spoke to me. If you want to do these too, please share here. And that way we kind of get to spread the love, and it doesn't make it more intense that you get a whole nother set of like 24 more challenges. Because yeah, it gets to be a lot. Right, okay, let's do some figuring out what else is going to go here. Okay. Sarah says she's got a challenge. RYS, okay, help me, Sarah. I'm terrible with acronyms, abbreviations. Ooh, I haven't added any pink pink to this, but I should, right? That pink, it's like the exact pink in his waistcoat. So that pink needs to go in. We need some journaling space, so we'll have some of that. Oh, rediscover your stash. That's what it is. Sorry, I'm just terrible with names. Da, 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 da. I think, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to do an extra video because I have more that I want to do with this than I have lives left. And I have plenty of stash here. But I said Fridays would be this one. So that's going to be Friday's background. But I think I might need to do a YouTube-y one to do some of the simple story stuff that's in here. Yes, okay. So maybe, what happens if I make a box of this? Oh, Daddy says, and the elephant. Yeah, but the elephant doesn't need to be with this kit. The elephant can just be some random thing that I figure out. If you're not getting the elephant joke, on one of the pages in my half and half class, which you could still sign up for, one of there's a cut apart that I used. I just take one block from it, and then I made a throwaway comment that I would not be using the elephant being held up by balloons. Let's see if I've still got it here. I'll show you what the paper was. And now Sarah has challenged me to use the elephant. Of course she has. I walked right into it. Totally. Oh, I don't have it within reach, I don't think. No. Okay, that's okay. Anyway. It has an elephant. Oh, no, it's not from a kit. No. Georgia says, did you know that Shamel has a new class? Did you know? It's important. You know. If I gotta label it all as hashtag advertising, I better actually do the advertising and convince you to check out stuff. Okay, I want this pink in here, but this is not it. Hold up. Sorry, Amy. I figured it out. Elaine, did you know that Chamel's teaching a new class on her new desk? Oh. Okay. Yes, my desk is called Maleficent, and I'm so glad that you now understand this. I'm slightly disappointed that no one got the Tino reference, and because I did say should I'm gonna do the yellow one. Yeah. Should I tell you why the desk is called Maleficent, or should it just be like Tino? When no one mentioned that they got that reference. So it's okay. It just means that we did not watch the same television in the 90s. Sides, so they're off. Okay, that's a bit better. Orangina says, now you have to tell us the reference. I kind of don't want to until somebody comes along and gets it. It's just a TV character who was mentioned all the time in a particular show and never shows up. Like, we never see them. They're a nice, convenient way to, like, for a character to have to leave the scene. Oh, sorry, I have to go see Tino. but we never see Tino. Okay, so where I put these all nice and straight in a line, now that's part of why I'm a little stuck with this last photo. Do I want to keep everything? Hey! And I got it. It's from my so-called life. Okay. Yes, a character like Maris on Frasier. Yeah. Yeah. Tina was that on my so-called life. And I still call people who I haven't, like, people who I never see, I still call Tino. Even though no one gets it. Okay, what am I going to do with this? No. Okay. But I might use this one. But what I do need is the die cuts. And they're in the bowl. Where did I put the bowl? Good question. Oh, not where I thought. George is going to be swearing at me. Shamal, get organized. I even have a really organized Best of Both Worlds box. But then I went and put the die cuts in a bowl. And the bowl doesn't fit in the box. That was a fail. Here they are. Okay, I got them. All is okay. Alright. Die cuts. Oh. Don't make a big shadow ball. Oh, and I have this purple too. Allison says, I take it was an American program. Yeah, My So-Called Life is American. But it did air on here, over here. It used to be on E4 all the time. Oh, Sarah has to go to work. Come back for the replay. It'll be all right. Okay. Here. So I haven't left a lot of space to do, like, if this had been over a little bit, then I would have done something here. I love that we're trying not to age ourselves by saying that it was the late 90s. It was the early 90s. But it's all right. It's all right. I won't tell if you won't tell. There's only one series of it. It's 19 episodes. It stars a very young Claire Danes and a very young Jared Leto, who hates admitting that he was in it, apparently. It's like Christian Bale with Newsies. Why are my favorite things all things where the star doesn't want to admit that they were in it? Okay, purple, sketchy one. Okay, where can I do this? Jordan Catalano. He leans really well. Sarah says this Prima collection is her favorite. And she's been using it lots and lots. Yeah, but not like that. Rebecca, you must be a year or two younger than me, because I was at early high school. Early part of high school. I had it all memorized by later. Oh, 10 Things I Hate About You is like, it was a monumental anniversary of it the other day, and I was like, no, this movie's not that old. It can't be. It can't be. Yes. Oh my goodness. Alana is right. She was trying to explain to her kids about not having on-demand TV, that you had to watch things when they were on. that is a completely foreign concept to kids today. Just like, why? What would that mean? Oh, yes. Georgia, have we had this discussion about how they check your ID? If it starts with a 19, you're good. They don't have to do the maths anymore. I'm just like, no. Hush you. Hush. Okay, I'm going to build up in this corner here, and I'm going to take some of it over the photo. Yes, you had to get off the couch and go up and touch the TV to change the channel. And it, it's a little number dial. Do you remember when we had to have 2 dials and you had to set the top one and the bottom one? And when I moved here, Channel 5 was still considered a pretty newish thing. It was like kids' TV, basically. Loads of people were like, nah, just teenagers watch Channel 5. Unless it's late at night. So it existed, Channel 5 existed when I got here, but loads of people were like, yeah, I don't come from, I was at uni, so you got people who moved there from all different places. They were like, yeah, my village doesn't have Channel 5, so I've never watched it before. Now there's like a million channels. Okay, let's pop this one up. Pop it up, pop it up. Look, they were there this time when I opened the drawer with a dramatic flair. There they were. Yes, the aerial on top of the TV and putting tinfoil over the edges of the aerial. Yeah, things they don't get. So the retro request of the week here is that WB found my old iPod Mini. So not the shuffle, the one that didn't have any screen, but one that, it just had the little gray screen that told you the name of the song and then the little button to move it around. And he was like, what is this? And so I explained. And then, so I said, well, I could fill it up with songs and audiobooks for you. And he thought that sounded epic. But then he was like, but how do I know? How do I get to stuff? Like, there's not a screen that shows me everything. And I'm like, well, you just use it for a while. Then you know. You just know. You just get it eventually. It'll be fine. Okay. Something like that. Let's do that one. I have to admit, the background of this layout fell together so easily that now I'm like, what do I do now? But I'm going to get it. It's going to work. I'm just driven down the road playing disco. My goodness, their disco is super loud. They are literally a rolling disco. All right. Now, I don't have any more of the flowers that are kind of this style. I've got the more, I don't know, I feel like these are more serious watercolor, but it's okay. It's okay. That popped up there. Okay, while we're talking about things that kids don't get, can we talk about how answering the phone is different now? Because I'm totally trying to teach WB how you start a phone conversation or a FaceTime conversation. and that you say like hello and maybe even who it is, but I suppose on FaceTime they can see who you are. Well, I guess it's because your phone even tells you who's calling before you pick up. But him and his friends, when they call each other, they don't say hello. So it sounds so blunt to my ear. The phone will ring, and they'll just be like, so I'm on this world in... Because they tend to call each other when they get stuck in Minecraft. And so they'll be like, oh, I'm on this coordinate, but I can't figure out where to go from here. And there's just no... Hey, okay, do you want to talk about Minecraft? Like, that part is completely gone. And I'm like, is this just me? But all his friends do it too. So when they call here, they're exactly the same. So it's not just me, but it's weird. Because I remember being like, I don't know, I just think, I just remember kind of almost practicing what I would say before I would call somebody, but also because, you know, every call you made cost money, so you didn't want to, you know, no accidental stumbling over your words. The sound's gone off. Oh no. Oh, no, I've got nothing here. Have you got sound or no? Oh, Jane says manners in general are lacking. Oh, well, I'm lucky that thankfully WB has a friend group who are very polite. That part is a specific thing. They do always say please and thank you, and they open up doors. And this morning one of their classmates was sad and they were all rallying around her to get her in. That part's lovely. Yes, you'd call late at night because it was cheaper then. Yes, that was definitely part of my university experience. Oh, I want to call a friend who doesn't live here. Oh, I have to wait until late at night. Yes, Sarah says she still practices what she's going to say. And I practice what I'm going to say if I have to order food. And I was talking to him about that, and he just looked at me like, seriously? And I said, yeah, in my head, I'm saying what I'm going to say so that I don't stumble too much. That's why you can tell that this is live, because I don't get to practice my lines. Martha said, did anyone have a party line? Yes, very briefly. And it was freaky. Some of my friends had theirs longer than we did. Yeah. Yes, Sarah, that was in my time here. So BT, the phone company here, British Telecom, they had a thing where you could choose like your number one friends, and then you could have a 59-minute call for free. But if you went over the 59 minutes, you got a bill, and so you would like pay a lot of attention to the time and hang up and call back. Okay. Well, this needs more. Have I got? Oh, I've got. Okay, I have another one of these. Oh, and who is it? Sarah that wanted to know what's a party line. So a party line was when basically your whole street or something shared one phone exchange. So you'd have to pick up the phone to see if there's a dial tone or if somebody's already on the phone. But it means that anybody in your street could just pick up the phone and listen. Yeah. So everybody knew everybody's business. But I grew up, well, when I was really tiny, we lived in the city, and then we moved out when I was just about to start school. And when I went to school, some of my friends were still on party lines, and it was an interesting way to learn phone manners and gossip. Oh my. Right. Where is this one gonna go? There. It's very hidden there. This side. Oh. There. Okay. Which way? That way? This is starting to be one of those things where you look at a word you've written and you've looked at it so many times that it doesn't look like a word anymore. I'm getting to that point with these flowers. But it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. All right, so I have that one more photo to put in. Where did that go? Here. I picked that yellow one, but I disagree with that choice now. Let's try the purple. I went for the yellow because the cakes are yellow, they were lemon, and that's part of the story. So I thought it might be useful, but now I say no. Yeah, Sarah, the party lines were literally due to the wires weren't dug yet. Like the cabling wasn't there. So you took what you could get. It was a countryside thing. Oh, Nancy's giving me confidence. She says, it's coming together beautifully, even though I'm like, what's happening here? I think I do like the photo closer to the flower rather than the other way around. Okay. Now, do I want to use this? I haven't matted the others, so it feels weird to mat this one. So maybe I don't. It's so annoying that it's kind of right at the edge of the pink. So if I move it up, what can I do? Here? No. There will be a perfect little spot that will just go, yes, this is where I'm meant to be. And it's there. Okay, and maybe I could pull this up a little bit. Lindsay says her 7-year-old is asking for a Cheshire Cat jacket now. We haven't like twisted this outfit to be a Cheshire Cat outfit. We totally should. Your 7-year-old's brilliant. Okay, not there. Oh, Jane says when you had to go to the phone box to make a phone call. Yes. Or if you had to call home from school, you needed a quarter, or you needed a coin, and if you didn't have any change, you had to call your parents collect. That never went down well at my house. But I did it many times. And also, our phone number was one number off. It was a rotary payphone in the school. And our phone number was one number. Which one did I take off? This one. No. Which one did I take off? Yeah, our number was one number off from the town bar. And the number of times I'd get it wrong on the rotary, and I'd end up calling this bar and asking for my mother, and then I was like, oh no, this isn't it, because they didn't ever answer the phone. I don't know. It was a traumatic thing. So I called more than once. That happened. I'm like, no, that's not my house. Yeah. Okay, I'm confused now about which one I took off, but I'm putting that one on. Why is this not seeming straight? Maybe it's just me that's crooked today. Okay. Okay. Now what? I'm not loving how catty corner that looks, so we're going to soften it up. But what I need is a third cluster of flowers and a title. K-A-R, nope, can't do it in purple. Oh, that's annoying, Debbie. Debbie's dorm in college had one phone for the whole hall, and her roommate was also called Debbie, and the two of them were the furthest from the phone, so if they got a call and somebody just shouted at Debbie, they didn't know which one it would be. Oh. We had the same on our hall. There were a lot of, that first year when you don't get to pick your roommate and they just put with you, a lot of people had two of the same name in one room, and you're just like, someone has obviously thought this was funny, and it's just annoying. Betsy is changing the subject. She says, "What brought me to the UK, and how did I meet my husband?" So, I came to the UK first before I met my husband. That was several years later. I came here to study. I finished my undergrad in the States, and I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, so I decided I would be a student some more. And I got accepted to do my master's in England at the University of Sussex, which is in Brighton, which is a beach town. Not a warm beach, but a seaside town. And so that's where I moved to. I finished my degree, and I still didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. But there were two things that you could get a work visa for straight away, with just a degree in any vaguely relevant subject. One was nursing, and the other one was teaching, and I'm not good with needles. So I became a school teacher to get a work permit. Not having trained as a teacher, and my first teaching job was interesting, to say the least. I taught at an ultra-Orthodox Jewish school for girls. And then after that, school went to a comprehensive and stayed there for a significant amount of time. And then I took 1 year out to do this full time, thinking it was going to be 1 year, and then I was going to just go back to teaching, but to a different school. But that was 2007. And so I've been here at my desk ever since. But it's a new desk now. She's lovely. Okay, how I met my husband. I met my husband in a shop. He was working at a record store, and two of my students, one of whom is Cassie, who you have all seen on pages and seen in the comments. And so Cassie and a friend who were students of mine, students at the school I taught. I didn't actually teach Cassie. They were behind me in the shop one day, and when I came out of the shop, they were like, "You're totally flirting with that boy." I was like, "No, I'm not." And in the end, they gave him my details and said, "Be nice to her, because we know where you work, and we will make your life miserable." And that's how I met my husband. There you go. But for quite a long time, I just called him exceedingly polite H&B boy, because he was exceedingly polite and he worked the front desk at H&B. Okay. What color? I can't do Cake Karma in purple. I can in these little ones, but I feel like the big ones are the right scale. So maybe Cake Karma becomes this subtitle. I know! The two girls who introduced us ended up becoming two of our bridesmaids. One has kind of disappeared. She cut ties with all her friends, and we don't know where she is anymore. But Cassie and I have, stayed friends, even though we have a bit of an age gap. But by the time I got married, she was like out of school and grown up and stuff. Okay, did we unfreeze? Defrost. The video was frozen. Oh no. Maybe this goes here. Oh, maybe this needs to be a bit smaller. Is it too big? Did I cut it down a little bit? So yep, that's how I met my husband. I'm regretting not inking this page, but I'm not going back. It is what it is. Ding, 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 ding. Oh no. My stomach just growled so loudly that you might have heard it. I'm sorry. Okay. And then I could have another grouping of flowers on this side. That's going to make me happy because I need 3. Bothering me immensely that it's 2. Now I know this is a totally different style of flower, but I think I'm just going to leave it and work with it. Roll with it. Let's blend them. Oh, so I have questions. I have questions about kit stuff. So let's talk. So this week is the last week with the April kit. The May kit will start a week from today. It's a bank holiday. So I had to figure out how the timing of that will work. Because if the weather is gorgeous and, you know, it's not a school day, it's not a work day for the Adhesive Avenger. If the weather's gorgeous, I might need to rearrange the time. But I may just need to roll with that. So I'll tell you on the day. If it's raining, I'll be here. Here? Yes, okay. So that is when the June, I almost said July, the June kit will go live. And I asked on Instagram this morning because I have my May kit. Here. All organized and everything. Bonus points. And I asked on Instagram this morning because I could do a little poll to say if I do a little walk through the kit video, would you prefer that to be this week, like Tuesday, Wednesday? Or would you prefer it come after I've finished the April kit this Friday? So almost unanimously the answer was earlier rather than later. So that'll go up either tomorrow or the next day. I was concerned that it might feel like there's like too many different things between this changeover of the kits and the class being on at the same time. I wasn't quite sure. But it looks like everybody says earlier it's not too overwhelming, so I'll do that. That won't be a live video, that'll be edited, and I think that kind of 10 to 12 minute mark, just to go through and say if you're building this from your stash, here's the sort of things that I would pull. Okay, so that'll go up here on YouTube, but I'll link it on Facebook as well. And then I need to make final decisions for the June kit, which will go live that day. A few things to wonder about. In June, do you scrapbook more spring things or summer things? Because here, the start of June would, you know, like school hasn't got out. We don't finish school until the middle of July. So, no blue. Giant purple. It's huge. Maybe it needs to come underneath. Yes. Okay. Oh, Lindsay is very excited about the May kit. Okay, see, I was worried about this. I think June is going to be a really split month because America, June is doing summery things. But here, July is summer. June, I know calendar-wise. But yeah. Amy says, collection question. Which collection had the reference to Alice in Wonderland? There's a couple. The most obvious is True Stories. There's a page that has a whole section of Alice in Wonderland in in like a text paper. But there's, oh, sorry. Okay. I totally misread that question. Debbie's saying, yeah, there's an Alice in Wonderland collection from Echo Park. I don't know if you meant a whole Alice collection, or did you mean the things that I'd put into my collections that were Alice themed? So the other ones that I have, Sparkle City has a teacup paper that's meant to be like teacups from the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. And Head in the Clouds also has 2 teacups. Okay, it was True Stories Hereafter. Yay! Okay. Alright. Let's pop this one up here. Yeah, Australia, I know it's our products are all based on this hemisphere because that's where the vast majority of the manufacturers are. And that kind of means that the timing is always a bit rubbish for the southern hemisphere. Okay, we've gone on to the next question. Oh, okay, one thing and then I will get to the ink question. So, yes, so Georgia says she's convinced that even in the UK, June is summer. And I think there'll be a real split here between whether you have kids in your house or not. Because when school is in, you don't get to do summer activities until school is out. So, like, we have a 6-week summer break and we cram all the summer activities into that. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Connie says, in Minnesota, we try to stretch the summer months. Yeah. Aww. Claire's sad that she's running out of Sparkle City. Aww. Yes, hopefully June it will be nice and warm. I'm just trying to decide. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, and I had lots of messages this morning saying, is Salvage Patina going to be in the June kit? And I don't see why not. I'm sure that I can find enough to go with that color. So if you haven't checked in on this over the weekend, there's a new distress ink color, a distress color announced this weekend, and it's called Salvage Patina, and it's basically teal, like a really nice turquoisey, tealy kind of color, blue-green. And yes, I finally did go ahead and give it a name, the Campaign for Peach. So you know that for months I've been like, I really wish there was a peach distress oxide, or distress ink, and there's not. Like a really, really nice peachy. And so I went ahead once the new patina color was out, I posted on Instagram and I tagged him and I said, 2 things, Mr. Tim. Number 1, this is beautiful. Yes, take all my money, off you go. Yeah, okay. Number 2, it's still not peach. And so I added a hashtag, the Campaign for Peach. And he did reply to me and he said, what about dried marigold? And I tried really, really hard not to just be like, Tim, try harder. Because no, I won't settle for dried marigold. I'm going to keep going. So yeah, if you ever want to help me with that campaign. But I knew that some of you were on board with that. So I just want you to know, he now knows that it's a thing. Orangina is pointing out that it's a moo point because he already has all his colors lined up, and that's okay. I having worked in the industry, I know that this set will of course always be there. So either the peach is there or the peach is not there, and that's fine. However, I also know that the world keeps going, that there will be more things beyond that, and so I have no problem campaigning for peach. I don't care if it's years. Also, it's free marketing for him because I was like, peach, let's just make it a thing. Campaign for peach. Do I want this flower anywhere? This grouping needs contrast, but I'm not finding it yet. Okay, let's add a leaf over the top. So the discussion that Crafty Jen and I had was, do we, because they, they do like a DIY Distress Oxide pad where you can, it's just an empty pad and you can add your own re-inkers to mix it together. So they do one of those, but we were wondering, like, we could put together tattered rose and dried marigold, in some combination would probably work to get a peach. But you know what would be better than that? A peach. Yeah, just have a peach. Okay. There's no contrast here. It needs another layer behind. That's exactly what it does. Okay, I'm happier already. As soon as I put that behind it. Casey says, and a true navy blue. You know I'm always here to buy a navy blue. Oh. Okay. How am I doing for time? Okay, very good. Okay, that's better. But it needs more. No, not that more. It might, oh, okay. I do have these tiny little flowers that I've kind of been neglecting throughout this kit. So let's do that. Let's bounce them around. So we're going to have one here. And petitioned peach. Somebody suggested that it would have to be called, well, because Relly suggested it would need to be called Chamel's Peach with a peach emoji. And I said I am willing to take one for the team and have all the peach bum jokes, I suppose, but I'd rather not. But someone did say that, Peach Lane would be the same thing, but without the it would just look like a road. It was fine. Like, I don't think my name needs to be part of it in any way. I just want peach ink. My name does not need to go there. But to make it happen. Peachy Keen would work, yes. There are lots of different peachy names out there, I'm sure. Could definitely work. Okay, these little tiny flowers are helping a lot. Debbie says, am I going to add more yellow? Well, so I had added this bit, and then suddenly this worked again. But yeah, there's going to need to be a tiny bit more yellow. Oh, that should have been this color. Impeached. Claire! Claire's causing trouble. Where'd it go? This one's here. But this one is over here. Okay, I need my out of the dark blue. Everything is out of the dish. Okay. Because this one is the same as that. I'm going to cut this one. Desiccated. That sounds like a peach. Desiccated peach. See you, Kay. Martha says, just peachy. Just peachy. Okay, I think those tiny flowers have helped a lot. I think also that I want this straightened up a little bit. Everything else is straight, and if one thing is angled and everything else is not. Okay, yellow letters up there on the purple. Let's see what we can do. Good call, good call. Oh, well, I can't spell cake, that's for sure, or karma. Or 7. yeah. Do birthday. In fact, I can even do happy birthday. And then I'm going to do happy birthday up here and then bring the cake karma down here or something. Or maybe I just use cake karma in the journaling. Doesn't have to be the title. Birthday boy I could do. Oh, have I got B-O-Y? So I can't do happy or cake or karma or birthday in the large ones. I could do in the small ones, but I can do boy in the big ones. So I could do birthday boy that way. Good morning, Nina in Brampton. What happens if the lettering is up here? Oh, Debbie's giving me suggestions for Franken lettering if I need to. Yeah, I could do that. My goodness, Karen's up late in California. East Coast of America is awake. Oh, hello, Heather. Oh, you've been around for ages. Thank you for sticking with me all that time. And you make me laugh saying that you would wait for Glitter Girl to come out each week. Because earlier in this video in the chat, we were talking about things that you have to explain to this generation. And watching TV at a certain time and day of the week was one of them. Okay. So what would this work? Off you go, Jane. Thanks for coming by. Oh, thank you, Karen. Something like this. No. Oh no. I don't like it. Nope. All right. Take this back in the bowl. Now. I don't see why not, Claire. Go for it. Okay, how am I going to work this title? I just don't like this. Sorry, Kimberly, I don't quite get it. What is WB's official birthday? What do you mean? Can I be really nosy and ask why that matters? Just seems like a really strange question. I'm sorry. He's not the queen. He doesn't have 2 separate days. Right. It was this month. I do like this spacing, but it's here. Okay, can I do C-A-K-E, yes, and then K-A-R, no, I can't do birthday cake karma, no. Debbie says go to your, oh, okay, Kimberly, I get it, sorry. Georgia says, what was on the cupcakes? X-Wing rocket ships from Star Wars. Debbie says, go to previous kits for other lettering. Could do that. But I still am, what should title be? Okay, what if I do birthday cake, which I know I can do, and then I do karma in another alpha. Not from the kit. Okay, I think that can work. Okay. Plan. Thank you, Alice. Birthday cake. Oh yes, there are white letters in here, you're right. But I think Debbie's onto something. That this many letters all in flat stickers, all in the same font, is sometimes kind of hard for my brain. Birthday cake. Let's see what else we can do. For the word karma. Oh. Trying to lift two layouts apart when it's actually just one layout. That's not good. Don't tear it apart. Oh, I found the... That's what Sarah's challenged me to use. That right there. Okay, but... No better. Okay, stickers. Here we are. What could we do? Of course there won't be any purple stickers because the world is against me and things like that. But we'll have an answer in here somewhere. Oh. I have these that are like little banners. They feel very birthday party-ish. But I want to put them on something to make sure. I do want to use the up house balloon cut file thing from Paige's group, but maybe not with the elephant. It's okay, Kimberly. I'm sorry. I was 99% sure that you were fine. It just, I don't know, there was something I was like, but why? I couldn't figure out why would that be something anybody wanted to know? I'm sorry. I normally would stick them straight on, but since I'm having so much trouble anyway. Yes? Come on. Okay. And then, are the numbers on here? Yes. Make it match by bringing the number 7 down here. 7. Yes. Okay. Lettering is sorted. Titles and stuff. Okay. Then, what enamel dots have I got left? Only kind of it. Close the drawer before you break it, Chanel. paper. This is the April kit. So in the description box, good point. If you go to the description box, that little arrow that's next to the title so that you can see what's underneath, there's 2 links. The first one is the April kit. And that's everything I've used today except these letters. What are these if you need them? Oh, they're called banners. Yeah. They're on foam, by the way. So this is Prima's watercolor floral collection. The kit is all linked there. So it's the first of the 2 links. The second one takes you to May's kit. The first one takes you to a list of all the products that are in the April kit for all the pages that I've been making this month. Yeah. Aww, thanks, Heather. Heather went to a store that was going out of business, which is sad. But she bought about 6 paper pads of Starshine, my old collection, and a bunch of the old American Crafts thicker books, and she's using lots of them. I love that. Yay. So these are the enamel dots I have left over from the last 2 kits. And so they're all a little random, but I'm just going to work them in to these florals, I think. Oh, come on. Go where you're told. Go where you're told. Listen to me, enamel dot. Come on. There. Thank you. So I'll add pink one here. Here. The blue one. The blue. There. Done. Yellow. Oh. Here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm not going to overthink that. That's 2 of them done. All right, so journaling will go there. Could I tuck more embellishment in there? Yes. Does it really need to? No. I kind of wish I put in a dark purple strip there, but I didn't. It'd be nice though. Make it really small so that I can just tuck it in. It doesn't need more embellishments, it needs more pattern paper. Of course it does. Oh hey, there's Salvage Patina right there. I think we can make that an accent color in the kit. And then I'm hoping, I don't know if it'll be this week or if it'll be next week, but I want to do a video just showing, if you had been following along with these kits so far, which ink colors you would have. So there's quite a few Distress Oxides, but some others as well. And maybe just kind of bring them to your attention and see what they can do together. Because I loved doing that with just a few of the different ones that went together from this kit and previous kits. Are these still sitting here maybe? Yeah. So these were colors that had all been in previous kits and they work really well together. But there are obviously some others too that are different color families and things like that. But I think it'd be a nice thing to just look back on and work out. So I'm going to try and do that with including the May. Sorry, Amy. Amy's like, what? No, stop. Stop with the torn paper. You can't just tear more all willy-nilly. Oh, Amy, it's okay. It looked fine without, but it looks better with, right? So journaling's going to go there. And then I'll splash some, now I've got gold in here, so I'll splash gold on it. By the way, this is the one in May's kit. So very different than those. With green. Yeah. Right, so let's walk through this so you can adjust anything that you might like. So this was a lot of photos for me, but now I'm also kind of thinking it would have been easier with an odd number of the small photos. So if I'd actually printed one more this size and put it here next to it, it probably would have come together a little bit easier for me rather than, I think having just a single photo here was hard. Amy, I'm happy to do a collection called Higgledy Piggledy, but I will not do a collection called Willy Nilly with torn paper edges. Sorry. Higgledy Piggledy, I can do. That was a draft name for one of my collections at one point, and then, oh, thank you. My leaf had been abandoned. Well spotted on Jan. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Higgledy Piggledy was a rough draft name, and everybody in the office was like, "Sorry, what?" It's a very British phrase, but it's so much fun to say. And years ago, kind of the first time I went back to Kansas City after I'd lived here, and I taught this workshop, and they laughed at me so much because I said, just put this down, Higgledy Piggledy, which meant like one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down. And I had put a bin in the middle of each table and would tell them, I think I would have said, so this bin is rubbish, put it in the bin. And they thought that was hysterical. Instead of putting the trash in the trash can, putting the rubbish in the bin. So, yeah. Amy, you're very close on the spelling there. Just swap the L and E around. Higgledy. Yeah. Thank you, Georgia. You understand. Okay. Things that you could do. So I would say put in another picture. You could even do 3 here. So you could do 6 small ones, but you wouldn't see as much of the pattern paper, of course. So, but 2 would be a nice balance. So 1 big and 5 small would work quite well. What happens if you turn this? Oh. Yeah. Either way. So if you want to do it with landscapes, 1 big landscape and a bunch of small ones. Now the thing you need to change, unless you run a vertical title, is that you need to change your titles to go horizontal. So you could use this swapped that way. But there's definitely possible, the possibility of turning it and doing it with landscape photos. Because that torn, sorry Amy, but the torn paper still looks nice when it's down the middle of the page vertically too. Okay. Right. What else would I change if I was doing anything else? Oh, and what will I do differently? So I'm going to put journaling here, and I'm going to put like a date or something here. And then I'm going to splash gold mist in the same places that the flowers are, which coincidentally does quite a top, left, bottom, right diagonal. Just turned into a triangle here. Yeah. Sorry, Amy. Amy's traumatized from my sudden obsession with ripping paper. Right. Lori says, question, how do you keep a ring from appearing around your gold ink? No matter how much I mix my Heidi Swap spray, it gets a ring around it. Well, I'm not sure what's going to work for you, Lori, then, because when I get a ring, it's because I haven't shaken it enough. So if you're getting a ring, even if you shake until, if you shake and shake and shake some more, I don't know what to tell you, because that would definitely be my answer. So maybe just try a different product. Right. Debbie and Orangino are both shocked that I hid a diagonal in there. What? Well, if you like it, do it again and again and again and again and again. Why not? Yes, Lisa says when you turn it sideways, it looks like a variation of half and half. And I wouldn't call this a half and half because you saw that we couldn't make this from a half and half. I tried. It didn't work. But yeah, it does. I'm clearly on a little subtle obsession with devoting half my page to one thing, half my page to another. Okay, any questions on things that I could help with there? Or is that a pretty straightforward ways you could change this one up? Because normally I try and tell you what you could do if you want to put more photos on, but I don't think you really want more photos. You could put fewer photos, and oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think you could do a 4x6 portrait and a 4x6 landscape. Just tuck them both in. Who am I? I don't say things like that. All portraits. But there you go. You could. Portrait, landscape. Both the same 4x6. Okay. Any questions? I think that's fine. Okay. I think that's everything broken down. Thank you. I'm glad that actually is something that helps. I'm happy to always do that and go through just a little summary at the end. Oh my goodness. Claire put 22 photos on a double page yesterday. That's okay. That's Amy. You know, like that big intake of breath that I just did about that many photos on a layout is what Amy does every time I tear more paper. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Announcements. Many thanks if you click that like button. If you stumbled upon this and you're new here and you want to subscribe, that's also awesome. Ring that bell so that you get a notification of when I'm live. By the way, there will be edited videos here too, but the reason there's not right this second is because I've also got a class running. So I can manage to do the lives and the class, and then, but the edited YouTube videos kind of go a little bit, but then when the class finishes, they come back. So there's just a little balance if you're new here. That's kind of how it works, because I am just me. It's just me. There's nobody else here. Yeah. Okay, so if you're not in class, you can always sign up for it. It's available at Shamel.com, and it's called Half and Half. And I will be live for one last live with the April kit on Friday, 9:30 in the morning, UK time. But always on the replay if that time does not suit you. Okay? And on Friday, I'll also make sure that we walk through all the pages that I made with this kit, so that you can see all of them and have an idea in case you want to play along at a delay. All right. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Thank you for coming here on a Monday and starting out your week with some crafty with me. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.